Hey YouTube, it's Marida and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. And in this edition, we're actually going to address some of my negative comments. If you want to see what people have had to say, stay tuned. My name is Dr. Marida P. I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 16 years. I am an OB/GYN well baby nursery nurse, and I am a nurse educator. I've been an educator for 15 years. I am now an associate professor, and I have my doctoral degree. So you're like, why are you saying all that? Because some of you have come for the wrong person. That's why I'm saying all that. I come to you, well, before I go there, first I want to say thank you all for you all who come to my channel looking for real content. You are aware that I am someone who's going to tell it just like it is. You are aware that I'm going to give you facts, research-based facts. And I'm not really opinionated per se, but if I do have an opinion about something, I will say this is my opinion. Now, with all that being said, thank you so much of you all who continue to subscribe, come view, even if you're not subscribed, that you come watch the videos and you leave positive feedback. I have no issues with criticism whatsoever. I have thick skin, so you can come for me if you want to. However, I will say this, and I contemplated making this video or not, but let me go ahead and put this right on here, out here, and then I'm done with it. I'm someone who I will let things fester for a minute, and then I said, let me just go ahead and not address it. But then I'm like, no, you know what? No, because that's not my personality. Let me go ahead and address it. Once I do address it, then I'm done with it. I'll move on. So, first things first. In case you all don't know, let me reiterate what I have to say. I am a registered nurse. I'm licensed. I have 16 years of nursing experience. I've worked bedside. I've done case management. I'm an educator, and I've worked at various institutions. I worked at PWIs. I'm now working at HBCU. I know about the Board of Nursing. I know about what the NCLEX. I know what it takes to get through nursing school. Okay. And so with that, let me say I have made a video called, am I ready for nursing school? Am I nursing school ready? I think that's the title. Am I nursing school ready? Somewhere along those lines. And in that video, I was simply giving you all some general gems about, kind of go through this checklist and see where you stand to see if you are nursing school ready. In no way am I saying what people can or cannot do. So a comment was left, and I do think in general the person was trying to be not critical in a negative way. I think the person was really trying to just shed light from their perspective on. I said, I think I said in the video, not, if you have the ability not to work while in nursing school. And the person come back and said that they knew a whole lot of people who were lawyers and doctors, that's just not possible for some people not to work. And they are successful. So she was basically saying that I was giving bad advice, or that's something I should not be advising, that people not work, because people are successful when it comes to completing a nursing program and working and with children. This is where I have the issue right here. First and foremost, somebody must have been selling some audacity, because she definitely bought some. Okay. I don't do that over here. I don't do negativity, number one, and I won't go back and forth with you. What I said was, or let me preface this. When I made the video, this is for traditional nursing students, for one. So traditional meaning that they are going through a regular program. This is not someone who, and of course, people who are non-traditional students, meaning that they are someone who is older, someone who's come back for a second career. They do go through non-traditional programs. However, what I said was in the video, it is recommended that you do not work while you are in nursing school, is what I said. That's what I said. It is recommended. And I even said there are some programs who require you not to work, and you have to sign a form saying that you will not work while you're in nursing school. These are facts. I speak facts. So for this person to come on here with the notion of, well, people are successful, da 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 da, I shouldn't tell people not to work, on and on and on. Sis, you talking to the wrong one. And let me tell you why you're talking to the wrong one. Because if you watched any of my videos, you would know I am the poster child of somebody who had to work. And someone who had, actually I take it back, I didn't work in nursing school, but I did work in my other programs. I'm the poster child of someone who has children who had to go through nursing school with children. I'm the poster child of the single parent, because I have a video that says surviving nursing school as a single parent. So don't come for me, sis, when you're up here talking about thinking that I don't know what it's like to go through nursing school and succeed, because I am that person. I'm the one who has a doctoral degree, I have a master's degree, doctoral degree. I have 2 bachelor's degrees because I had to work at some component, at some level, at some point in time to make sure I took care of my kids. Don't come for me, sis. I'm not the one. With that being said, I am giving recommendations as to what someone would do or suggest to someone who does not have these issues yet. Okay? It's no different than what you would tell your child. When you are bringing up your own children, do you go out there and tell them, hey, go get a job and go to nursing school? No. If they can keep from it, you would tell your child, if possible, hey, stay at home with me, or do whatever you need to do, but don't work in nursing school. And for the sis that sit there and say, well, people who are lawyers and medical school and do that, I don't know where maybe that's 2 or 3 of your friends, but the medical schools around here, why do you think they student loan debt so high? Why do you think the student loan debt so high for people who are in medical school, for lawyers? Because they not working, sis. It is recommended in any professional program. And we're talking about professional programs. I'm not talking about general education classes. I'm not talking about your English class, your math class, your history, your Spanish. I'm not talking about any of them. I'm talking specifically about professional programs. And in this case, nursing program, that it is recommended that you do not work while you are in school. Now, if you have some research is what I'm saying, that refutes that or rebutes that or whatever the word I'm looking for, go ahead and find the article and cite it in the comments, sis. Cite it down here. Tell me the articles. Put the articles that is research based, that's less than 5 years old, that you can come back and tell me that this is what is recommended that you work and you will succeed. Put it in the comments. Put that article in the comments and go ahead and make sure it's APA 7th edition when you put it down there when you cite it. Cite your reference. Okay, I don't play that. So with that being said, I never said that you can't work and not be successful in nursing school. What I said was that it's recommended that you do not work. And I also said that if you have to work, or if I didn't say it in the video, I'm going to say it here, but I think I said it in the video too. If you have to work while you're in nursing school, then try to find you like a PRN gig where you can work maybe 1 day a week or work maybe 2 or 3 days a month. And then when you get out of school on your breaks, then you pick up your hours then. I do believe I said that. And if I didn't say that, then I'm saying it now. If you have to work while you're in nursing school, again, which is highly not recommended, then you find a PRN, maybe as a tech or some other type of job that you do or whatever. Usually most people are techs or CNAs, so that they can basically have the hands-on, be working in the field, learning how it works at the same time, still go to school. And a lot of times that is what they want, which is great, not a problem. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about the ones who are PRN. And again, for her to say that, that people who are lawyers and things like that are successful and do this, that, the other, that is the exception, not the rule. So just because you know 2 or 3 people who done very well, passed all their classes, the top of their class, they worked and had children and had families and was married and this, that, and the other. Okay, great. That is wonderful. But most of us will not do that well under those circumstances. So what I am saying is, sis, what I'm saying is I'm trying to get the people who don't have that situation going on right now. And if you're in a situation where you don't have children, don't try to have any while you're in nursing school is what I'm trying to say, sis. If you don't have to work, try to set yourself up in a situation where you don't have to work, sis. If you have issues with childcare, or if you already have children, I have a whole video on surviving nursing school while being a single parent. So again, I failed A&P 3 times. 3 times I failed. Oh, no. I passed it on the 3rd time, so I failed it twice. And I take that back. I didn't even fail it. I got D's the first 2 times. Okay. And then after that, we're talking about AP 1 and 2. I got D's both times when I took it. The 3rd time I ended up with a B in both classes. But my point is, I know what adversity looks like. I know what it's like to fail classes. I know what it's like to have children. I know what it's like to be a single parent. I know I actually worked in my master's and my doctoral programs. So I know what it's like to have to work and succeed because I graduated with a 3.8 GPA in my doctorate program, sis. So I know what it's like to have to work and do what I needed to do. I know what that's like. So I'm not coming on here telling people what I think. I'm telling you all what I know because I know what works and what don't work. And as a faculty member, as an associate professor, as someone who is basically someone who has been there, done that, why would I not tell future students, pre-nursing students, or even current students, why would I not tell them what the best option is for them? Because I already been through it already. Why would I want to say, okay, you know what? I recommend that you go to work while you're in school. So don't, that doesn't make sense to nobody. Anybody in a professional program, whether it be law, whether it be medicine, whether it be nursing, whether it be education, you want to be a teacher, whether it be engineering, whether it be any of these professional programs, whether it be dental hygiene, or friends in dental hygiene. Matter of fact, I have a friend who's in dental hygiene, she's a hygienist right now. But in dental hygiene, they told them the same thing, not to work while they was in school. That's what they were told too. So don't come over here talking about what you think you know, because maybe what that applies to you and your 3 friends, but it don't apply to the general population. So I always talk about the general population. And I told you in another video, I don't speak in totality. And what that basically means is, me not speaking in totality basically means that I'm not saying this is 100% for everyone. What I am telling you, this is what it is for most people. The exception, not the rule. Okay. So I'm going to continue to give my advice on what I know to be factual. And again, if it's opinion based, I will tell you it's opinion based. I have nothing to hide. And as an educator, I'll be the first one to tell you, you're not going to come after me talking about something that's incorrect information. Because for one, my stuff is research based. And if it's not research based, you best to believe I'm going to tell you this is my opinion and strictly my opinion. Or if it's something that is state by state based, meaning like the schools of nursing or the boards of nursing, I will say you need to check in your state to see what this situation happens to be. Because in Tennessee, it's like this, that, and the other. But with this particular topic, when it comes to am I nursing school ready, and some of the things that I had in that video, this don't make a difference what nursing school you go to. This don't matter if you go to school in Hawaii, you go to school in the UK, because I have one person in the UK who watches me too. Hey, but anyway, this doesn't matter where you go to school at for the most part. For the most part, to be successful in a professional program, and we're talking about nursing today specifically, they recommend you not work. Again, I don't know why you think them student loans is high for physicians, for medical students. Why you think they high again? You think they just taking the money to be taking the money? Yes, medical school is expensive, but they have to live too. So again, most of them do not work. But if you have to work, let me go ahead and drive this point home for the person in the back who don't know what she's talking about. If you have to work, I'm not saying you won't be successful. I'm saying that the odds are against you versus for you for success. I'm saying, yes, you can do it because I did it. But I'm also saying because I did it and struggled, and again, I did not work in nursing school specifically, but I had kids and I had to still take care of my kids, and I had to make sure they had things to eat and clothes to wear, and they went to school, and I had to have transportation. I had to have everything I listed in that video. I lived by those things. When I said, did I have childcare lined up? I had it lined up. When I said, do I have transportation lined up? I had it lined up. Did I have a support system? I had it lined up. Did I work? Nope, I didn't work because I knew that I could not work and be successful, me personally, in nursing school. But there are people out here who have to do what they have to do, and I get that. Again, hence, when I was told that I should not be working in my doctoral program, they really didn't want us to work in my doctoral program. But guess what? I got 4 kids at this point in time. I have to work some. So I did go part-time. I went from full-time to part-time, but I still worked. My point to you is, sis, I did what I have to do to take care of my kids. And that's what I recommend that you all do. Do what you have to do to take care of yourself and your children and your family. But if you have an option, take that option. If you can live with somebody that you can stand for the next 2 to 3 years, live with them. Get that. Don't have those kind of stressors. And my job here is to make sure that you, I'll say my job, because YouTube is not a job for me. I love doing this because I love to pass on my gems to you all to make it easier for you when you embark upon your journey of being a registered nurse or an LPN. I don't care what kind of nurse you're going to be. A nurse, period. Because for minorities, ethnic minorities, we have it harder anyway. And I'm going to bring it to you real. I'm going to bring it to you raw. And we don't have the support that our counterparts have when it comes to nursing in general. So when I speak to you, I'm speaking to you out of love, saying, hey sis, hey bruh. Because even though men can't get pregnant, they can impregnate someone. And if you are a responsible father, you're going to take care of that child, which means it's going to have the same issues with you. No, you're not carrying the baby, but at the same time, if you're responsible, you're going to take care of that baby. You're going to make sure that baby you get up and feed in the middle of the night, or help feed in the middle of the night, or whatever it happens to be. So yes, I'm talking to you too, bruh, because you want to nurse in school too. I want both of you all to be successful, and I do know from experience that having children, working, not having things lined up will hinder you in nursing school, because nursing school is a beast. You all think that the master's program is hard. You think the doctoral program is hard. It has its own version of difficultness, but that BSN that I got, that was no joke. That was no joke. Anyway, I'm about to get off my soapbox. That I typically don't get a lot of negative comments. I do get some, and some of them I ignore. Some of them I respond to, but I will not go back and forth with anybody because this is my platform. And if you want to have your own platform, create you your own channel so you can have your platform. But what you don't do is come over to my platform and trying to tell me something I know about because I lived it, or tell me something that's not research based. Again, sis, bruh, whoever, if you got something to say, go ahead and find me the article, put it in the comments, cite it APA 7th edition because it's the latest edition that they have out. Make sure it's cited correctly since you know so much. And I will look it up. And the thing is, if I am wrong, I will come back and say research indicates that it is recommended, or not recommended, that you will be successful if you have a job while you're in nursing school or any other kind of professional program. I have no problem coming back and saying that. So find me some research that supports that, because we are research based over here, sis. And then I can come back and say, hey, you know what? She found some research that actually suggests, which I'm not sure how much research you're going to get. Now, will you find some articles, honestly, that say, okay, there are people who are successful with nursing school while working? I'm sure you'll find 1 or 2 or 3 or 10. But I also will find 10,000 that says not, okay? So again, compare. If you find 10 over here that say, yes, you can be successful, great. And the thing is, the article is not wrong. But if you have any kind of common sense, you would know that it's really not advised, or if you don't have to do it, then don't do it. It's common sense. It don't even take an associate's degree to figure that out. So with that being said, I am done for real this time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, for that person who wanted to come say something, please go somewhere else with that negativity. We don't do that over here in the Nurse Lounge. I like to keep it positive. I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't even mind to have a dialogue. Like if you want to say, well, hey, I heard this, that, and the other. What do you think about this? Let's have a dialogue. I have no problem with that, because the thing is, I'm not right 100% of the time. But if there's something that I don't know, guess what I'm gonna say? Well, you know what? I'm not well versed on this topic, and so therefore, I don't really want to come with information about something that I don't know anything about. So this though, I lived it. I lived it. So I know about this topic. And on top of that, me living it, so I have experience. I'm an educator. So I have watched for 16 years, or 15, well, actually almost going on 16, because I'm about to be a nurse for 17 years now. I have watched for 16 years students who have struggled because they have worked. When the first things that when I sit there and ask them, why are you having a hard time in school? Oh, because of the fact that I had to work last night, or because I am working. I know what I'm talking about. Take that and go somewhere else. So all this negativity, I automatically know that this person also came back on the second video that I just did. Was the last video I have up is what is it called? Poor Habits of Nursing Students. I think that's what it is, Poor Habits of Nursing Students. And they gave me a dislike for that one as well, or somebody did. And to that one, they didn't leave a comment, but to that one, how you gonna dislike somebody saying that they have poor habits? That must be you. So that must be the person that I'm talking to. That's why you didn't like the video, because it stepped on some toes. One thing about me is I'm going to step on some toes. It's going to be some things where if you want to be successful as a nurse, no matter which one, that you are going to have to sit there and say, okay, let me evaluate myself to see, do I have some of these negative or poor habits? And if I do have these poor habits, what can I do to change them now so I can be successful in the program? That's what this is about. This is not about bringing people down. I actually did that as a lecture in my intro class. And those students were like, okay, because those students are woke and they ready, because they hungry for nursing. They're like, well, you know what? I have every last one of those habits. I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do to fix that? What are we going to do to fix it? And I even asked them, since that video, I've since had class, and I said to them, how many of you have changed some of your habits? And many of them said, oh, I've changed my habits. I now do this. I now do that. And guess what? My grade was even better this time. So again, I'm not a negative person to say, okay, you have poor habits and you're not going to be successful. You know what? If you continue with that poor habit antics, then you won't be successful. But if you sit there and say, you know what? I am doing that. I am a procrastinator, which, you know what? Guess what? I can procrastinate sometimes too. But I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, that procrastination doesn't always lead to positive outcomes. Sometimes you get creative at the very end and you do fine, but it doesn't always lead to positive outcomes. So with that being said, I've learned myself that procrastination for me is not my friend. And I do not put up my best work when I am procrastinating. I put up my best work when I'm actually doing my research and getting things done and taking things systematically and have a systematic approach. So again, my videos are not I'm not someone who wants to coddle you. I don't coddle my students. So anybody who watches this video know that if they've learned about me, they know I teach, that I advise, that I, whatever I do out of love, tough love, shall I say, because I've already been there. So I didn't come from a silver spoon. I came from humble beginnings. And because I come from humble beginnings, just like our parents would teach us, our ancestors would teach us, they don't want us to go through what they went through. So guess what? I don't want y'all to go through what I went through. I want to go ahead and tell y'all exactly how it is so that you can say, okay, you know what? Dr. Marida P said, don't do this, that, and the other. And because I didn't do this, I had a better time. Okay. You know, that's the kind of person that I am. I'm someone who wants you to be prepared for what you're about to embark. However, I do have videos for people who have already did the same things that I've done. And I want you to know that you can have children and still be successful. You can be a single parent and still be successful. You can have had a bad life. You can start late and still be successful. I know all these things to be true because guess what? It happened to me. So why wouldn't I think it couldn't happen to anybody else? I'm not the one who made the mold and threw it away. I'm the one who set the precedence to say, you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. And that is the truth. If I can do it, if I can get a doctoral degree, believe me, you can do it too. I did it with 4 kids. I had a bad marriage. I'm getting a divorce as we speak. And on a part-time income. And I still finished school with a 3.87 something GPA. Doctoral degree, okay? And I paid for school out of pocket myself. Do you know how hard that is? I'm sure some of you do, because some of you are doing it and you're doing it well. And I'm sure some of you are succeeding and you're doing it well. And I commend you. But this video or that video was not for those people. It was not for the exceptions. It was for the rule. So again, this is about the exception. This is about the rule, not the exception. So I highly advise you all, before you come at me, make sure you have your research together. Because I don't play that. Go to one of them other little channels who trying to entice you with everything that they buying and all the trips they taking, and they're not telling you the truth about how they got all that stuff. They're not telling you the fact that some of these companies done paid for them to do X, Y, and Z. They're not telling you that they done worked 4 and 5 shifts to get that Aruba vacation. They're not telling you that they had to work, they did a travel assignment or 2 or 3 or 4 to get that luxury house. They're not telling you that they had to, or that they are working, what do we call those? Incentive shifts, or getting incentives, or they're working overtime to make that money. They're not telling you any of that. Ask them how they getting their money. Now, with that being said, because I already know you're going to try to come for me with this too, I do, and I am aware that California pays, or out west, pays more money than it does here in the South. Okay? We all know that, right? But California's house cost of living is also twice of that as the South. Okay? So when you out there, going out there saying I'm making all this money, but your rent or your mortgage is 2 or 3 times what it is here, sis, we making the same amount of money. Because our bills come out the exact same. If you're making twice what I make, but your rent or mortgage is twice of what mine is here, you're not really exceeding, sis. You're not. You're not really doing nothing. Now, let me tell you what's smart for y'all. If you want to make the money, live where you live, but go out west or go where you go make that money, go do that as a travel assignment, and then come back home to your spot. Now you're making some money. Okay, now you're making some money. But again, tell people how you really making your money. Don't come up here lying, trying to tell people what you're doing, this, that, and the other. No, that's fake news, as 45 would say. That's fake news right there. We don't do that over here on this channel right here. We don't do that. We talk about what is true. We talk about what is fact-based, and if it's not fact-based, I'll tell you this is opinion-based information. So hopefully that will help calm that troll down, and hopefully she will go on to another channel to troll. And again, anybody who has something to say that's positive, or you want to give constructive criticism, I welcome you. Let's have a conversation. Matter of fact, as I always say, let's chat in the comments. That's what I'm here for. If you have questions about nursing school specifically, you want to know, and actually I told you all this, as soon as I get to 2,000, subscribers, then I plan on coming on here live, probably about once a week or so. Not sure yet because of my schedule. And we will have a live in class with Dr. Marida P, where you will ask me nursing type questions, or it may be personal questions like, how did I actually survive nursing school? What tips do I actually have? Which I have videos for that. But sometimes you want to hear it live, or you want to see if I have any updates type of thing. And that's what we're going to do. So hopefully in 2021, or as soon as I get to 2,000 subscribers, definitely like, comment, and share. You may not want to do that with this video, but with some of the other ones, definitely comment, share these videos. The more you like the videos, you shoot that algorithm up. Definitely, if you can, keep from skipping the ads. Please do. I know how that can be, because I don't be watching those ads either. However, this is not my main source of income, so that's what you do. That's what you do. But yeah, we got to get this channel. We got to get this channel, where it needs to be. Again, I am Dr. Marida P. I love doing what I do. I love educating you all about the truth behind nursing and bringing my perspective into it, especially being an ethnic minority. Same place. I like to have options, like I told you in my other video, and I'm actually going to tag that video with this video so that you'll know what I mean when I say I like to have options. If you are where they want you to be, you don't have any options. They don't want to see you grow. Knowledge is power. Know that. Until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.